Aloha world and welcome to another episode of The Queer and the Queen. I'm Jacoby Jones, your in-house queer, and we have our guest queen with us here today again, Miss Nice Nasty, our polyamorous guru in the house. Thank you for being here today.
Of course.
Today's topics are going to be DMX and his addiction struggles, Bhad Bhabie and her $1 million OnlyFans debut, and Mr. Kevin Durant, I believe is how you say his name, right?
Yes.
And his $50,000 fine for being his goddamn self. Let's get into it. So, OnlyFans has blown all the way up because Miss Cash Me Outside Bhad Bhabie started a page, and I saw the number. She screenshotted. I saw it.
Yes, I saw it too.
$1 million in 6 hours, and she ain't put no nudes up yet. Now I follow. Well, okay, hold on. Let me just stop telling them my business. I'm so happy to have heard.
Tell your business, honey, because I want to hear it.
To have heard that there is a gay polyamorous couple. I don't know nothing about them on OnlyFans, right? You being a polyamorous guru, would you ever consider such a thing?
Yeah, definitely. How do you know I don't have one out there now?
Bitch, don't. Oh my God.
How do you know I don't have one now?
You know what? You right. I don't know. Send me the link. So wait, so y'all get down like that?
We definitely would. Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Cause you know your husband cute, girl. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Thank you, honey.
Cause you know, like I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I actually know a couple gay guys that have, you know, this pandemic hit and times got real. You know what
Bills
I mean?
Bills have to be paid, honey.
Okay. And they started them some OnlyFans and they're doing okay. You know what I mean? If you charging $20, I did these numbers earlier. If you charging $20 or $25 a membership and you get 4,000 people to subscribe just for 1 month, that's $100,000.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, come on now. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, like, I mean, I've recorded some things.
Yeah.
In the past,
we all have.
But I've never shared them. I mean, I watched.
Why would you record it for free when you could get paid for it?
See, you know, I don't have that thought process. I mean, I used to. Now, I'm not going to lie. I used to want to be a porn star. And the only reason I didn't do it was because I didn't want to shame my family. I don't do it now because I just don't have a desire to share myself like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel that intimacy, I have a different concept of sex and intimacy now. This did not happen until recently in my 30s. So people who know me in my 20s don't get in here barking in the comments about my whole past. Okay.
That's what I was going to say, honey. For the people that know him and, you know, prior to social media, he is a recovered, hoe.
I seek therapy for it on a weekly basis, girl. I'm not going to lie to you.
I want to say this is that for OnlyFans, it doesn't have to be sexual in nature. It could be different things. You just have to find that niche of things that someone is interested in, like toes, like, you know, food, like different things. So it's not all sexually based.
I do got some cute feet too. You just sparked an ideal in my head, girl.
See, that's why I said, how do you know I don't have one?
And to be clear, OnlyFans was not created for the pornographic side of it. It was created for people who are becoming influencers and they're developing a following to receive income from their fans without having to go through the networks. I mean, I'm here for it. Congratulations to you, baddie.
Yes.
And, you know, let a bitch hold $20. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Exactly. You know? Exactly. I love it that she did that she's, you know, that she's building other streams of income. She's a young lady, and that was a great money move, in my opinion.
So DMX was recently put in the ICU for what they are saying is a drug overdose. Now, you being someone in the medical field, a nurse in these things, what are your thoughts on addiction and recovery?
Currently, my role is I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I do deal with addiction every single day with my patients. I have a handful of patients that are that suffer from substance use disorder, which is so sad to watch and see. I it is. And also too, I'm a family member of someone who's an addict. So I see it from a provider standpoint. And I also see it from a standpoint of a family member who is addicted to substance that has totally ruined their lives. And one
How it
thing I will
affects the
say,
whole family. It
yes,
really is. You're not really the only one going through the trauma. You drag your loved ones through it.
correct. One thing I do want to point out is that someone may think that someone choose to do drugs. However, a lot of times there is a lot of trauma from childhood that was not dealt with, or trauma period, and they turn to that substance for comfort. Like people turn to food for comfort or shopping for comfort. It's just
Absolutely.
that theirs is so destructive, and it's a lifelong battle. Once you're an addict, it is a lifelong battle that you're going to forever face when you're stressed out. You're like, okay, what are my coping skills? What do I have to use for strength to get through this 1 minute? Because you have to take it 1 minute at a time or 1 second at a time, because that craving and that comfort that is a guaranteed comfort is there for you, although it's so destructive.
Right.
So I hope he pulls through. I hope, everything goes well for him. I feel a lot of empathy for his family, for his children. This is a very sad situation. I love DMX. I love him.
I'm happy you bring up the concept of it's a daily battle and a lot of childhood trauma, because DMX stated that when he was 14, someone he looked up to and mentored from in music offered him a blunt that he thought was just weed, and it was laced with weed and crack, right?
Wow.
And ever since then, it's been a downhill. It's been a battle for him, basically, right?
Yeah.
Now, I, being someone who's very big on taking responsibility for oneself and one's actions, am big on the concept of like, yes, something happened to me, but how long am I going to continue to allow that to be the reason as to why I continue to make bad choices? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone did something to you, but you are the one who continues to do it. So I'm torn between those things on the concepts of addiction, because we all have been through things, but that doesn't give us a pass to make bad decisions.
I used to be torn before I became a psychiatric provider, before I became a practitioner, and focusing on mental health and psychiatry. I was like, how do you choose drugs? How do you not want to get better? But after I've studied it and I have seen it firsthand with my patients over the years, I just know that some people, things that you and I could fight against, some people, they just don't have it. That strength is, the protective factors is not there, and they need protective factors, and sometimes they don't have that. Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. I hope he pulls through. Being an addict is just suffering from substance abuse. It is atrocious, and I feel bad. I really, really, really do, and I hope he pulls through.
I felt bad too, because I'm gonna be real, because we tell the truth here.
Yes,
On the Queen.
please be real.
When I read it and I saw the headline, there was a coldness response in me where it was just like, oh, here we go, another crackhead down. All right. And then I had to pull myself back and check myself, like, Jacoby, come on now. He is someone's son. He is someone's nephew, father. Someone cares. Just because you think this is nonchalantly has nothing to do with you, and it's a shame that he ain't choosing or he ain't making better choices, check yourself, because everyone is someone's son.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I had a cold response to be like, well, here we go. Another crackhead making crackhead choices. What else did he expect? But it really goes deeper than that, because I've had relatives with addiction, and it just affects so much more. He was on Ayanla Fix My Life a few years ago, and
with
I saw the episode.
I saw that.
And it was the most heartbreaking thing on both sides for me, for his son and for him, because I see a huge narcissism in him, but I also see a huge broken little boy. Okay, so Kevin Durant, girl. Now, you were the one who hit me to this. Can you break this down for me? Can you break this down for me?
So we all know, well, not we all know Michael Rapaport, because some people may not know him, but
didn't. I had to Google him, and he's just like, he's a comedian who really ain't doing much, but he did a little something, and he tried to throw a little shade, and he almost got his ass whipped.
This is the thing. He throws shade all the time. Like, he always talks shit all the time. Like, I was just, that is what he does. He talks shit all the time. Apparently, he slid up into Kevin Durant's inbox, and maybe Kevin was having a bad day. I have no idea. Don't know. But he responded, and he didn't like the response that Kevin gave him. And like I've said before, is that, you open that box and you start that dialogue. You don't get to control which way that conversation is going to go.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared to get a response. You know what I mean? You went and poked the bear. That man didn't say anything to you, kind of thing. I was kind of like, okay, so he screenshot it. He posted it on Twitter, social media. They had a field day. The NBA saw it and they fined him $50,000. Fined Kevin Durant $50,000, which I think was bullshit.
Absolutely. Like that had nothing to do with them.
This was not done while Kevin Durant was playing basketball. It wasn't done at an NBA function. It wasn't done at any, and it's not like a domestic violence case that I would say, of course, that's done off of NBA time. But this is like, I think it's bullshit. And I don't know if the NBA just did it to say we address the behavior. I don't know. But, and Kevin Durant apologized in a nice, nasty way, just how I love it. And not directly at Michael Rapaport, but he was just kind of like, okay, I'm sorry my fans got to see that. Because it's bullshit. 2 of your grown men. And why are you crying now, Mr. Michael Rapaport? And then now Michael said, oh, it got blown way out of proportion. I like Kevin Durant, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, dude, you could dish it, but you can't fucking take it. That was my point of
view. I was, let me give some quotes. Quote 1. I will spit on you next time I see you. Quote 2, you a pussy ass bitch. Like he went in on this man. And I didn't even get the full what exactly Michael had said totally, but I guess it was something about an interview, and he said something in an interview that he didn't like, and all shit just hit the fan. But the killer part for me is that they fined him $50,000. Now this is chump change to a person who has tens of 20s of millions of dollars
in the Pacific Ocean,
right? But the principle of the matter is, he did come from nothing, and he built himself up. He comes, just an average black person in America, but he played basketball. So he knows that $50,000 is really a lot of money to somebody.
Yeah.
But the fact that they fined him $50,000 that has nothing to do with them, and it had nothing to do, and it really, I hate to say it, but it shows to me the white privilege of it all. Like this white man can cry and start and pick a fight with a black man and go cry about it. And because the black man called him out and told him, don't start none, won't be none, bitch.
Exactly.
He gets charged $50,000.
Yeah. He paid it. And honey, if it was me, they'd have got it in all pennies. Okay. I'd have rolled up with pennies. Here you go.
Right.
Here's your $50,000.
I know that's right. Pennies. Okay. So I want to do another fun question and answer with you, girl. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Question number 1.
Okay.
A time where you thought you possibly had an STD. Has this ever happened?
Okay. So I will try to make this as short as possible. Okay.
So let me get some. Hydrate.
What was that?
Let me hydrate. They say that help with the antibiotics.
Hydrate, girl. And please anchor yourself down to your seat. I am dating this guy, and I have to go into the story on another episode if you ever have me back again. I found out that he was bisexual. I didn't have an issue with him being bisexual, but I did not know that initially going into the relationship. Okay. And my panic meter, and the way how I found out about it is that he invited me over and the man was there.
Ooh.
That is how I found out.
Ooh.
Okay. With ready to go action. That's how, and I was just like,
oh, and they wanted a threesome.
Yes. But basically what I did was I recorded it. But so, because that's what he wanted. He wanted to be recorded. Anyway, at that moment, I was in shock. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. But then after that, on my drive home, I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to my doctor like right now, ASAP. I call my doctor to make an appointment to go get like a physical done, like HIV, syphilis, everything. Let me tell you what, I have never seen so many herpes commercial, HIV commercial. Like I'm driving down the street, I see HIV in the license plates. Like until I got my results, I was so panicked. It was like the worst freaking 2 weeks of my life. It was absolutely terrible.
Every time I've gone to the clinic, even when I'm like, I know I don't have nothing in my soul, waiting for them results is like sitting on nails, girl. It's nerve wracking.
Let
But
me tell you what, that was my experience.
I myself have actually I've had two experiences. To be honest here on the Queen.
Yes, honey, be honest.
Where a guy called me and was just like, I have to let you know that I got this. And I'm like freaking the fuck out. And I've gone to the clinic and I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, dodging bullets. And you would think though, you would think for me that at that point I would have started using condoms more, but you know, whatever. We ain't here to talk about my life. Question number 2. If your partner, something happened, they can no longer have sex, injury, health, what have you. Do you stay? Do you leave? Do you cheat? Now, I will say you're in a polyamorous relationship, so you already got a backup plan, bitch. So I mean, but what would you do?
At this current moment, that like at the age that I'm at now, I would definitely stay, of course, you know what I mean? Because it's more than the actual act, it's intimacy on different levels. If I was younger, say like 2021, like no, I'm just starting my life out. It's not, you know, I can't do that. But at this age, yeah, definitely I would stay.
Yeah. It would depend on his net worth. And
that's keeping it real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It would depend. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm in a space for myself right now where I can't let nothing in life hold me back.
I got that.
If your dick breaks, then we broke. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I just can't do it. Question number 3. Who is your celebrity crush, girl?
Rest in peace. It's Anthony Bourdain.
What?
Yes.
Oh, not me, white man who be cooking and whatnot. Really?
He travels, and I love his.
And like, you're right. Rest his soul, because he died of suicide.
His energy, I just felt it. You know what I mean? Like it's just something about his demeanor that I just love. Like it was just the attraction there.
Wow.
Yes.
I would have never thunk it. For me, this is a tough one. Okay, I'll do male and female.
Okay.
Male currently is Chris Hemsworth, the Thor.
I've never seen Thor.
Bitch, let me tell you something right now. Okay, I met this white man.
I have to look him up.
Oh, I just got a hot flash. Ooh, I met this one man years ago in my whole phase. We met online at Craigslist. And he sent me pictures of his body, and I was like, "Ain't no way this motherfucker's real. Like he's too ripped." He sent me.
Oh wow, picture. Okay, he's all right. Okay.
He came over, and he had long hair, and he looked just like Thor. I actually called him Thor while we fucked for like a year. He had a girlfriend. He would come over. She almost caught us a few times, but I was in that whole phase, and I did not care. He came over and he was my Thor. Like, oh my God, I have a female for me. My female crush, I would have to say, it's so weird, and this is so bad because I feel like I'm gonna meet her one day, but I've always had a crush on her. It's Queen Latifah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have thought her.
Yeah. I've always liked Queen Latifah because she's like soft, but she's also just like, I hope you come on the show one day and you're my in-house queen, Miss Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. Yes.
Question number 4. You wake up one day and you are the opposite sex. What is the first thing you would do with that genitalia?
Being that I am polyamorous and bisexual, right? And you know, if you're having sex with a woman, you don't get to feel that internal, you know what I mean, connection. So I would just be smashing like mad broads.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I want to feel what these men are feeling out there.
For me, if I woke up with a pussy, I would do exactly what Bhad Bhabie did, and I would start an OnlyFans. I would wake the fuck up, leg in the air, snapshots. I would wake up and I'll put that bitch straight to work. Straight to work. Look,
sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah, straight as a pot of gold, girl. That's what they always say. It's a pot of gold. Okay, well, thank you for being here for another episode of The Queer and the Queen. It's always fun having you. You put a smile on my face and my soul. My viewers seem to love you, and I love you too.
Oh, love you too, babe.
We will be back for another episode. I got some fun guest queens coming up this week. So you guys get ready for the rest of the week. Thank you for watching today. And as we always say, don't forget to smile.